Chapter 32 of The Adventures of Puss in Boots, Jr. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jen Broda. The Adventures of Puss in Boots, Jr. by David Cory. Puss is welcomed at the wedding. All the birds of the forest seemed to be at the wedding of Cock Robin and little Jenny Wren, as Puss Jr. and his little friends sat down beneath a big tree. The little squirrel cuddled up to Puss, while the chipmunk sat close by. The muskrat and the beaver stood near at hand, while the rabbit and the old bullfrog, who had climbed off the squirrel's back, looked out from behind the tree trunk. They were the most timid of all, so they hid behind the tree. All the birds were singing as sweetly as could be. It was certainly very beautiful wedding music. Perhaps the most exquisite strains came from the blackbird and the thrush and charming nightingale, whose soft note sweetly echoes through every grove and dale. The bullfinch walked by Robin, and thus to him did say, "Pray mark, friend Robin Redbreast, that goldfinch dressed so gay. What though her gay apparel becomes her very well, yet Jenny's modest dress and look must bear away the belle." Just then Parson Rook looked over at them. "Why, Puss in Boots, Jr.," he called out, "come over here." And turning to the wedding guests, he said, "There is the son of the famous Puss in Boots. We are honored to have so illustrious a person with us, and delighted, too, for he is a great traveler and a jolly good fellow." Puss Jr. arose and bowed. "Bring your little friends with you also," said Parson Rook, "for all the forest folk are welcome. Who is there more loved, I would like to know, than Robin Redbreast and little Jenny Wren?" "Nobody," croaked the old bullfrog. "No one," said Puss Jr. "We all love Robin and Jenny," cried the squirrel and the chipmunk. "And so do I, and so do I," cried the beaver and the rabbit together. As they finished, the birds began to sing the wedding march. Then came the bride and bridegroom, quite plainly was she dressed, and blushed so much her cheeks were as red as Robin's breast. But Robin cheered her up. "My pretty Jen," said he, "we're going to be married, and happy we shall be." "I'm going to give her a gold piece for good luck," whispered Puss. "I've got a nut," said the little squirrel. "And so have I,"